I was preparing for negative comments. I've seen women with kids, without kids, either by choice or by other factors, get hateful comments. I knew I wasn't an exception. We are meant to coexist. Women need men need women, we need each other. The men with lower self-esteem have an issue with a woman who seems empowered and a woman who seems confident. Another man's food is another man's poison. I believe in love. Love is a beautiful thing. Two are better than one. I believe ukileta kitunguu nitaleta nyanya, food itaiva. The Bible says, he who fights a wife fights a good thing and obtains favor from God. If you ever see me creating content, just know I have a kid and the father somewhere, and we are trying to figure this parenting thing together. Hi guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel. In case you're here, my name is Mercy Karani, Kenyan content creator based in Nairobi, Kenya. Welcome back to our channel. To anyone who is seeing me for the first time, welcome sana to our channel. For the OGs, thank you so much for always supporting me. Thank you for your love. Thank you for believing in me. I don't take that for granted. Most of you stick around, mumekuwa na mimi since hizo day ones. Now, from the title, I want to do a video based on the video I did inasema from a beautiful love story. Basically, it's my life story. Yeah, there are things I want to comment about based on some of the comments. First of all, before I opened my channel, that is in 2022, I was preparing for negative comments. I knew negative comments will be there. I've seen pretty women get hateful comments. I've seen light-skinned women get hateful comments. I've seen dark babes get hateful comments. And I've seen women with kids, without kids, either by choice or by other factors, get hateful comments. And since I lie in one of the categories or most of the categories, I knew I wasn't an exception, you know. I knew someday I would get hateful comments. However, I actually feel I'm not yet there, because I don't think I've gotten to some point yenye nimepata hateful comments to an extent of, oh my god, this is too much, you know. But anyway, I want to comment about a few things, and I want to do that while folding my laundry. First of all, I've seen most people, not most, based on that story I said about how my account peaked on Fiverr, then how things zikakuwa poa and stuff. So guys, wacha niwaambie hakuna kitu yenye inakuaga na easy way out na hakuna through pass. Na before we got there, of course it was a process. Now, the reason I'm saying that because nimepata a few people kwa inbox yangu, mwingine email, and others on IG, wakiniambia they want me to kuwaelezea how to go about Fiverr. I wouldn't say Fiverr is such a great option, because Fiverr ukua kama, you see the same way on Instagram or Facebook, una create profile yako, then utangoja buyers to notice you. Yeah, and sometimes it can be frustrating, or rather most of the time, unless ka account kako kapata ka breakthrough ndo uchomoke, inakuwa tricky yake. Alternatively, kunakuwa na accounts za kununua, some ni expensive, but from 150,000 unaweza pata account. However, kuna watu wanasema train me nini online, lazima pia unajua kitu unataka, na hiyo kujua ndio kazi. Because ukikuja kwa inbox yangu unataka nikutrain, nishakutrain nini, what do you want, and I can't spoon feed you on what to train about, because hakuna easy way out. Again, myself, I don't train. Depending on nini unataka kutrainiwa, I can recommend people I know. For example, watu wanataka kutrainiwa VA, virtual assistant, some have been recommending Masigitao. She usually charges 3,000, but you do most of the work. 3,000 si pesa mingi, na anakutrain for I think 6 weeks, I'm not sure, but you do most of the work, and I think ni kama venye unajisomea, and I think with that you get value. The reason most people charge is because ukipewa kitu ya free uta take for granted, and again anytime I'm say so. Yeah, on that I think tuko clear. Hakuna easy through guys, and squeeze pia with the vile AI imekuwa sana, sometimes inakuwa ngumu sana. Of course kuna jobs ziko moja mbili tatu, but sometimes inakuwa tricky. To be honest with you guys, it's, if you have watched my recent video on budgeting, utaona nilikuwa nimeandika for the 2 weeks I had gathered like 40,000 from writing. Anyone who has been into writing, you know that is not a lot of money, you know. Yeah, that to mean ya kidogo. Ojo client, unless kuna a touch of human yenye anataka among other factors, I mean ukiwa na option ya kujifanyia na ikuwe cheaper via the AI, unaona wengine wata opt kujifanyia. Yeah, now on to the story, on to the comments about the story. I have seen most of you are positive, I'll get through it, nini, and guys, this is something that I went like nilipitia 2023 from, it was 12th October. Na of course mtu kona mtu ina yeye, it takes time, but you see saizi the emotions aziko that heavy, na pia si feel ile uzito nilikuwa feel back in the days. Unaelewa? I have seen, okay, acha kwanza tuanze na positivity. Yeah, some of you have told me I'll get over it, nita heal, I'll raise my boy vizuri, nini, and nini. I appreciate every one of you who took time to understand the story. First of all, to understand. Or just some of you judge without listening and understanding. Mimi, I am one person mwenye usema always feel free to air your opinion. But then some of you hata uelewi nini inaendelea, you just air your opinion. No, for such people I don't take that BS. I don't. However, ukielewa, mimi wewe ni mtu mkubwa, utaichapwa cause ya kuair opinion yako. But you see, you always know mtu mwenye yako genuinely concerned, mtu mwenye ana attack while defending, utazijua. Na anyway, that said, I'll just get to those comments. Yeah, someone has said your story is similar to mine. I was madly in love, got pregnant, nini. What thing, aka hit rock bottom for a year, and then after that I picked myself up and now I am thriving. Let me tell you one thing, wanawake wanakapitia. You know, sometimes sisemi men hawakapiti, but you see men, wacha tusikizane, men amtaielewa the same way women hatuwezi elewa the pain ya circumcision. The same way you men will never understand pain ya kukua heartbroken ukiwa pregnant, pain ya kukua heartbroken ukiwa na watoto, pain ya kudivorce ukiwa na watoi. You will never understand. You will never understand pain. Yeah, like kuna, in fact kuna discussion nilikuwa naona inasema tusiwe jaribu even at one point kujicompare. We have different strengths, and as women, you men have different strengths as men, and to comment, we are meant to coexist. Si eti wengine wako nini kuliko wengine. Women need men, men need women, we need each other, you know. Anyway, someone I really needed to hear this. A comrade can't afford even 3,500 rent now. Namuelewa kabisa. Sometimes life ukua ngumu sana, una hit rock bottom, hadi nafika point unashanga, will life ever get better? And now that alisikiza story yangu na nika explain how it got better, mtu kama huyu anapata ka hope kiplani. Hata kama ukipata na hiyo hope bado unashangaga, will it ever get better? Now, men, one thing I've learned, men have an issue, not all men, especially men with lower self-esteem, have an issue with a woman who seems empowered and a woman who seems confident. That is one thing I've learned. I don't know. Sijui shida ukua nini. I think anakuwaga wanafilingi ni kama ni a threat. Na ndio maana huwa nasema, as a man, choose your type. Choose what you can handle. chagua kenye unataka. You know, men choose the best. Choose what is best for you. Best for you might not be best for someone else. Wanasema gaje, another man's food is another man's poison. Yeah. Tafadhali usianze kuwa nini you belong to the street nini. Kuna mwanamume anataka huyo mwenye ana belong to the street. So let's learn. Anyway, I think imetoka kwa hii comment ya Francis Mwanga, anasema modern civilization has put the greatest strain on the institution of marriage in our time. Admire those who still hold faith in love. Wishing you a happy life. Thank you for wishing me a happy life, and for sure I'll have a happy life. That I believe in God, and I believe God has great things in store for me. And hii haikuwa kitu different. I just shared my life experience. One thing, I also admire those people who hold faith in love. I believe in love. Love is a beautiful thing. Two are better than one. I believe ukileta kitunguu nitaleta nyanya, food itaiva. The Bible says, he who fights a wife fights a good thing and obtains favor from God. Lucky are those men. Lucky are those women who will get men who align to their values. Guys, the fact that mimi nilishare doesn't mean I don't believe in love. Come on. Dust kuona ni constant. Na dust haimaanishi I don't think kuna kitu yenye inafanya makes anyone better than the other. I think kitu tu ufanya hizi vitu zi work, it's just meeting two people, a man and a woman, who are intentional, very intentional about doing this life together. That means no matter what, but hiyo imaanishi tukikuja kupendana na wewe, we had agreed on some values and what to do, what not to do. Sasa ukikuja kufanya against that, it means you broke a promise, you get. So hata kama tumeamua we are doing this life together no matter what, I mean myself, I don't subscribe to either vitu kama disrespect, a violent man, hizo vitu zote hapana. It's better we separate, kila mtu akue kwake. Alafu you see sometimes distance ama hiyo space, kupeana space, it makes you realize umuhimu wa mtu. Unaona, haimaanishi mtaachana afu mtarudiana. Anyway, wacha tuache. Joseph Ikoroi, hello babe. You're a powerhouse boo. My take home is mental matters than finances for sure. Any woman mwenye ushaikuwa na mimba na maybe umekapitia, utajua venye, like I think emotions zinakuwa zimechangia to mental state yako kukua. Money solves a lot of problems that I believe, but like gwere like utahitaji kukua mentally fine for you to be so good in so many things. Hugs, gratitude, journaling to be specific. I went through a rough patch. Basically, most women nimeona wakisema walikuwa through that phase nini, but wakaamka kajidas na kaamka. Let me tell you, if you are going through such a phase in life, trust you me, life gets better with time. However, you have power. You have the most power. Let no one take your power. Acha niambie, na ukiwahi kubali hiyo situation yenye unapitia ikuingie, you might do things zenye utakuja kuregret kama usha damage a few things. You see, sometimes unaweza kuwa unapitia phase, especially, let me tell you, acha ni tu tusikizane, matters of the heart, hiyo vitu ni ngumu sana kuelewa, and hata tusiadvise mtu atafanya kenye anataka. But you see, sometimes unaweza kuwa unakapitia hadi unafikiria manzi ama nijitoke tu kwa hii life, unaelewa? But remember, kama wewe ni dem, kama wewe ni mwanaume, you have your parents, you have your siblings, you have a brother, you have a sister mwenye ana count on you, mwenye yani they love you so much, you get. If not for your sake, but for the sake of that brother, that sister, that mom, that dad, that grandma, that grandpa, that cousin, please hang on there, and sometimes jaribu kutafuta kitu yenye itakukeep as positive as possible. Kuzacha niwaambie, kuna watoto walikujanga kurant kwa inbox yangu IG, mtu akiniambia venye alikapitia, yani unakapitia hadi red flags unaona ni hizi ni pink na green. Man, but I think ukishapitanga hiyo ka face ndo nafidigi, oh, this life is good, adventures. Thank you for always supporting me. I usually see you and you're raising an amazing boy. Yeah, Jax is such a great son and I'm so grateful to God every single day for having that guy. He has made me a great person. He has made me so much responsible. Masi utapata mtu mwema sana na usisahau kutuambia. Kupata mtu mwema, let me tell you, they say kutakuwa na that relationship yenye itakuwa a turning point for you. Not necessarily turning point ati life gets better or nini. Like turning point you'll start viewing things differently. I think that was mine for me. Cause in as much as nilishai date before, I've never seen a future with someone the way I did. So, when hiyo haiku work, right now, I feel like, to be honest, hii kitu inaweza change kesho, but I am not obsessed with marriage. I've never been before though, but I'm not obsessed. I am so comfortable with the fact that I have a kid. Hakuna kitu itanisumbua. Plus mimi ever since kitambo, mimi si mtu mwenye usakam to societal pressure na expectations. Hey, mama yangu anaweza kuambia mimi yani so right now si feel ni kama nitakuwa tena pressure nafika 30 nafika 40. Man, pressure yenye nafaa kukua nayo ni sijakaribia hata ku afford international school fees ya Mr. Jackson, unaelewa? Like sijafika hata nusu, sijafika hata quota ya goals ziko huko, you get. Anyway, mtu kupata nitawaambia, you see what kitu nime notice ni once ume put your private life out there, ndio utaanza kupata opinions za watu sana. So I don't mind sharing vitu kama hizo, but I don't know what future hold. Plug your headband wig, mama, you look good on it. Nitawekea namba yake, ni rudingi vlog yenye nimepost recently, ni rudingi hapo kwa shop yake, nikachukua namba, but always do your due diligence cause mimi siwezi taka mtu akunini akutreat vibaya. Now there's this comment I'm looking for. Well, yeah, live love. I always see you support me so much. I've seen one thing I've learned is that healing is not linear. Some days you're down, some days you are ready to take off to higher grounds. I had a breakup more than 3 years ago and I have never been the same again at some point in life. I contemplated taking my own life. Well, I tried it and I was not successful. Because apart from that, I was experiencing other challenges in my life. This was a guy that I had imagined my whole life with. I get you, mama. How he would be the perfect couple as our friends described. Thing is, kuna vitu I have been heartbroken before, and young love, heartbreak, it's crazy. So I never thought I would feel that craziness again. But you see, in this other case, it was a different thing. You're pregnant, nini, and it's someone you had you had just thought of how future would be great mkiwa pamoja, ama when you have each other, you know. Kuna comment natafuta ya mtu fulani. Now, acha friend tutamuaddress wa mwisho tumpe attention ya mwisho. Kuna mtu amecomment, dear young people, it doesn't matter what happened besides being a life and death situation, but you never ever abandon or bother. Siapa isema while you have a baby coming. You swallow your pride, your ego, and be there for one another until the baby comes. Then you navigate that stage of. Thing is, guys, hiyo comment ni mrefu, naweza wekea hapo msome. About not abandoning each other when you're expecting a baby. You see, thing is, okay, need to provide details and I just wanted out there. But in our case, he did not abandon me. I did not abandon him. It was just a situation that we could not continue to stay together. And it was better for both of us to separate. And I just figured out, myself, sile mtu mwenye naweza vumilia ati. Venye watu usema mimi nitavumilia hadi I am ready to live. Mimi I'll live, niende nikahili huko mbele. Cause sitaweza kupretend ati niko happy with you while at the back of my mind najua si yuko happy. Hapana, hiyo siwezi kabisa. And it was so good that we separated, cause if I needed something I could get to him, he could get to me, kujua naendelea and stuff. So I still felt cared for, seen, but like in that nini, ilikuwa ngumu, yes, but it was better that way than kuvumilia. Again, tungevumiliana then postpartum hapo ndo maneno hata inakuwa ngumu, so ingekuwa ngumu zaidi. So instead of that, it's better nianze kudeal nayo kutoka huku instead ya kungoja huko. Unaelewa? Oye, watu wengine pia wamesema I wish I can share mine nini. Now, kuna friend wawili na kuna mtu alikuwa amesema hii document nilikuwa natafuta. One mistake, you guys were married or dating. Why were you having sex during dating? Sasa huyu ni mtu hata kona studio anajiita something Jenzi studio. Thing is, this is not something new. I'm turning 27 years old this year, and you still want to address me, telling me whether I should or should not have sex, and whether I should wait. Well, growing up and in a Christian setup, we were taught you should wait until you're married for you to have sex. How many of you are doing that? And whoever typed this, did you do that yourself? Ama mnangojaga mtu akuje online ndio mnamjudge, ama mnataka aishi that perfect life yenye kwa akili yako ni perfect? You see, mimi, if I were to go back in time, I wouldn't do anything different. And hata saizi, don't think ati nitangoja ndio nielewe ndio nikitaka mtoto wa pili nipate. No, I will just do things the way I think I want to do them. Nikikuwa na regrets, that's upon me. Wewe kazi yako itakuwa kunijudge. You get? Plus, hii life haina manual. I think by now we all know. Kuna watu mtawana in the most perfect wedding, mkiwa both virgin, and after mmeoana less than 1 year, you just realize this is not it. Kuna watu mtayapatana kwa club, move in after a month, and it works. Life haina manual. However, ninaelewa hizo nini za kupanga career, marriage, what ninawaelewa kabisa, but hii kuniambia having sex before marriage is what contributed to everything. Bro, anyway, most of you are just positive, most of you mkasema mmekapitia nini, most of you wished me well, but then we had this specific, kuna friend mwingine na kuna friend mwingine, sijui kama ni the same person, but I don't care. Kuna mmoja alisema hey, he left me. We all know alikupata ukicheat akakuacha. Sasa uko online for sympathy. How do we know mtoto ni wake? One, whether alinipata nikicheat, whether kunipata nikicheat, that is a business between me and him. None of your business. You get? Two, sasa uko online ukisik sympathy. For your information, sipendi sympathy. Even my closest friends can tell you. Mimi kwanza nikijua situation yenye napitia nikikwambia utanihurumia, I won't share. Sitaki sympathy, ukinihurumia nitaanza kujihurumia. And I don't want that for myself. How do we know mtoto ni wake? You don't have to know whether mtoto ni wake. Business ya kujua kama mtoto ni wake is his. Yeah, akitaka kujua atajua. But for now, wewe usijali kama mtoto ni wake ama si wake. Are we together? Makofi kwako. Yeah, and I don't sielewi kwa nini men saa zingine wako tu just out of place. Kuna story nilikuwa na watch, watu mnawachingi Jeraine Shito, and nilikuwa naona dem aliachia mwanaume mtoi. By the way, wanawake wenye mnasema siku hizi mnaweza waachia wanaume watoto na nini, is a good thing ukipata mtu mwenye anataka watoto wake anywhere. But I think niliona ni kama kuna place inasema by default mtoto ni wa mama until not afike 18 years, until afike I think 12 years penye anaweza chagua or something. Mama ni alikuwa anasema akisema venye aliachianga bwanake mtoto, then bwanake akaenda akamshtaki and akashikwa for I think 1 year and a half. So what I'm trying to say is Sijui hata hiyo imepotelea wapi. Now, huyu Fred anasema children need fathers to be important people in the society. Everyone dreams to raise kids in the most perfect setup. And I don't think I ever dreamt siku moja naweza kuwa a baby mama. I don't like using the words baby mama and baby daddy because of the drama that is attached to those names. But I never thought that would happen sana. But then mimi nimeishingi kukua mtu mwenye somehow thoughts za naweza pata mtoto na mtu alafu nile nini, hizo zimekuanga honestly hata before, cause mimi ever since kitambo nimeishingi kujua sitaweza kuvumilia. No, saa zingine living is not easy, but kuvumilia ni ngumu zaidi. Kids need their fathers to be important society in the to be important people in the society. Maybe not. However, we have people who are very important in the society and they don't have their dads, they don't have their moms. And nyinyi wanaume tukiwachia watoto mostly utapeleka mzazi wako ama itakuwa stressful to raise the kid. But kuna wanaume wanapata watoto actually siku hizi wanaume wameanza kukua careless sana. Like unapata tu mtoto, saa zingine unadanganya mtu unataka mpate mtoto na yeye alafu unamtoka. Okay, kuna hizi cases zingine zenye nyinyi wote hamkutaka but things happened na msiseme mwanamke ni careless. No, hiyo ni mindset ya kitambo. Things happen. Saizi tuko educated, tunajua mambo mingi sana like we both know things can happen but anyway, I don't think ni lazima mtoto akuwe na both parents for them to be important people in the society. So huyu mwenye Fred, ukisema kids needs their fathers to be important people in the society, what happens if a dad passes away? What happens? Huyu mtoto atakuwa important person in the society? Sijui mbona mnataka kuattach cases za kuachana tu watoto wakiraisiwa they won't be important people in the society. We appreciate the warmth that comes with both parents being full-time present. However, we are open to hizi vitu zenye zinaendelea. By the way, mtoto Fred, by the way, mtoto anaweza kuwa sio wake, lakini mimi nashuku alipatikana akichapa umalaya kwa hizi nyumba yeye huenda. This Fred looks like is a very big fan. Unajua haters na mafans lazima wa coexist. Kani mtu anajua nimekuwa nikifanya house tours, huyu ni mtu amenifuata for quite some time but hakuwahi kuwa na platform ya kucomment hizi vitu zote. You see, kupatikana nikichapa umalaya kwa hizi house tours nafanya, that is my business. And I don't think naweza kuwa hurt nikipatikana napiga umalaya cause mimi I am one person mwenye uoperate na what if I decide to cheat on my partner, nitaanza what if he finds out, before he finds out, what if he finds out, what if ule mwenye na cheat na yeye aanze kuni blackmail, cause mimi I can't succumb to blackmail. Ati nitakuanika nitumie hii, wewe nianike nianike ati nitumie blackmail no. Kuchapa malaya kwa nini kwa house tours, I would want to say one thing, sikulangi stock. That is one thing I've noticed. Ukiwa online ukitaka kusurvive vizuri usikule stock, and I actually don't even flirt with people. It's either I like you or I don't. There's no in between, sir. Yeah. Kuna mtu amesema it's easy to know a person who is good or bad. Just observe how he talks to people he or she disagrees with. To people he or she disagrees with. You date somebody with these threats and bad language towards others, then you think he or she will be good to you. You see, hiyo point yake nimeelewa. Mtu hawezi kuwa violent to other people na kuwe good to you. Mtu hawezi kuwa verbally abusive to their parents na kuwe good to you. That is being delusional. For sure, that is true. And those are the things you notice is of first days. But you see, unless you are in a perfect world, mnajua kuna vitu mnaanzanaga kama si big deal, but along the way zitaanza kuwa big deal, either to one of you or to both. But hii kitu wacha tuseme venye nitaamua kujenga kwangu si venye utajenga kwako, and that's perfectly fine. Another friend mwenye nikaa ni the same person, I don't know, says the baby changed from ours to me, from ours to mine very fast after money came through. You think the baby will be happy or have peace without a father? No, I think that was just being sensitive of you to think that saying my kid makes the baby not his kid. Of course, when he's talking, you can say my kid as well. That doesn't mean the baby is not mine. And wewe mwenyewe hebu jaribu kuenda kuongea, usikie kama utakuwa unaongea our kid. It's the same way ukiwa msichana ama mwanamke and they start referring to the house. Most of the times they will say, I need to clean my house. That doesn't mean it's not your house. High chance hata wewe ndio ulinunua hiyo nyumba. Unaelewa? No, that doesn't mean kama uliwatch your story vizuri na ukasikiza keenly, you'll get, I said, the father is present. He has been ever since. Only that I was sharing my story, what I went through. Hey, Mayo! Yeah, but everything else. Plus, nilikuwa nimenotice, kuna mtu niliwahi post kitambo. Nilikuwa nimepost about life update, I got a baby, nini, motherhood, and she was like, where is the father of the kid? Nika notice from house tours, watu nikienda kushoot kwao, some of them think I am happily married or so. So that was why nililetanga hiyo ka life story just to catch you up. Sasa nilikuwa akuja either to seek sympathy, either kuonyesha mimi ni mzuri, either kuonyesha baba mtoto ni mbaya, either kuonyesha either of us is bad, good, we are both bad. No, that is kama mimi niko mzuri, it's story yangu mimi na yeye. Kama niko mbaya, hivyo hizo ni zetu. Steve, the same person says still kids need dads to be normal. No more. Bro, that is just so weird. Wewe unaweza umalaya to be happy. What about kids? It's so crazy to think that you see, the same way another girl who doesn't have a kid is entitled to dating and any other thing in life, in the same way I am entitled to dating and any other thing despite having a kid. Of course, I am supposed to be disciplined. I am supposed to be the best version of myself to my kid. There's that difference. But that doesn't mean I'm not supposed to live my life to the fullest. Listen, this is the only life that we have. Hii life haina manual. Hii life haina rehearsals. I'm not here to live my life such that when I get to the 60s, I'll come to realize, kumbe these things didn't matter. Mimi, I'm just here to live my life. If possible, live it unapologetically. Yeah, na hata wewe ukiweza ishi yako hivyo. No one cares. I don't care. You don't care. No one cares. And to think that nitaishi life venye nataka neighbor wangu anione, that is so crazy. What if nikihama? Neighbor hata nikumbuka. Niende huko kwingine nianze ku set up personalities zingine. If you have been here for quite some time, you know, mimi will never try to kujiekelea personalities zingine zenye si mimi. Mimi nitakuja tu vile niko, ukinipenda sawa, usiponipenda channel ziko mingi sana, 5 million. Ziko mingi sana kwa hii YouTube. So it's up to you to decide, and yeah. So basically that said, atiwa endelea kutafuta sympathy huko na ina stories za uongo. I think this is someone who looks like they are hurt, who looks like they are not happy that I am happy, who looks like they are not feeling good that I'm successful in my own way. But you see, you know what? The moment I decided to hear this story, I knew it could come with lots of people's opinion. Actually, hata haikuleta opinion mingi venye nili expect. plus whatever I decided to give out here, you are at liberty to decide what to think about it. You're free to judge based on that. And I am not here to provide any more information. And I am here to say that's the head of story. Yeah. If you ever see me creating content, just know I have a kid and the father somewhere, and we are trying to figure this parenting thing together. And until next time, it's a bye-bye. Thank you for always supporting me.